are today if it had not been for the input of the many teachers that crossed our path. Yes, I can see one of them here. Of course, in both school, even teachers are given nicknames. I can see Mr. Bangura, who we fondly used to call Pebbles. I will not explain why he was called Pebbles. But he knows, but because he's himself a former boat school boy. Everybody here, once you come on campus, you will acquire a name deserving of what you do, how you eat, and your behavior. I will not tell you mine. You don't need to know it. But I'm truly delighted to be here, and it is because of the passion that we have for education. Why do I have so much passion for education? Ladies and gentlemen, the Alpha and the Omega is this. Without quality education, there is no way Sierra Leone is going to be part of the 21st century. There is no way we are going to get out of poverty. There is no way we are going to be part of the world that we all cater to go to. There is no way Sierra Leone is going to develop. For me, government can do everything else in the world, but if you don't give your people quality education, one that can make them competitive around the world, you have done no good. I always say, and I'm going to say again, the best way to destroy any nation is to destroy the educational system, which is what APC did perfectly. When you do that, they cannot question you. They lack the ability to analyze and to question you. That is what APC did. They wanted you to be in the dark. They wanted you to be where you will not be empowered to ask questions about your future and participate. I'm delighted to be here because we are talking about teachers. Most times when we come here, we celebrate, we talk to the kids, we want to motivate you, we want to inspire you, we want you to take role models from all the distinguished personalities that come here. Because I was in that position, I saw a lot of great men coming here, year in, year out. The inspiration I got being a student was what kept me going, what propelled me to want to be somebody. I kept the fire burning, and we want to inspire you. We want you to be the future leaders that you are trained to be. We want you to be leaders in development, leadership, and everything. Anything about Bo School is not just about Oba. Bo has adopted Oba or Bo School. So when we come for Oba, we have more community people than even the Oba people, the Obo boys. Because Bo School is an enterprise for Bo District, a national enterprise. One of the best experiments left by the British was to say that this school is meant for the sons and nominees of paramount chiefs. Basically, it's another way of saying we want to train the next generation of leaders in this institution. I was just talking to our president. I said we should not lose that flavor. In this school, we get people from Falaba, from Kabbalah, from Kailam, Bons, Western area, every part of this country. When we come here, we are one. There's no tribalism in this school. No. When I left here, I didn't know the actual tribe of most of the people I spent 7 good years with in my formative years in this school. I'm only coming to know now because of bad politics. So Bo School is an experiment for national integration, national cohesion. Now we have to set up dedicated institutions to keep us together, so to blur the differences between us, the ethnic or whatever you come in both school, even the thing namawe de naya. You know they call beans. They call them by my name toy. Yes, when we are here, we are one. So when the chairman, Koto Pankilulu, who has just left, was talking about Bosco being the symbol of unity, it truly was intended to be, and we should endeavor to make it continue to be the true symbol of unity in this country. One country, we should be one people if we want to attain the achievements of other great nations that we aspire to go to every day. And this comes from this. We sit down, for if you are here from Form 1 till you finish, now you have junior and senior secondary school. By the time you leave, the bond between these people or among them is far greater than the family bond that exists in the family. That is why we can afford to persist even when we've had the odds against us. There was a time when, how did they call them? Maburka old boys directly took the same date for Oba because they had the president and they thought they could kill Oba. In fact, that was when we sprouted as if we are coming anew. That is when we thrived, because it is a bond that you cannot break. The bond that we build when we are here for 7 or how many years is a bond that never breaks until death do us part. That is why even at funerals, we will go to give that final respect to one of ours when the great day comes to go back to our Maker. So, I want us to take Bosco as a national institution. Bring your children here. Bring the best children here so that we can have that school that will develop the next generation of leaders. You know, we said it took us over 100 years to produce a president. But that was not the spirit for which this school was built. It was built to develop leaders. And we have produced a lot of leaders for this country. In the civil service, in the professions, lawyers, judges, you name it. So presidency was not our immediate goal. We went as far as vice presidents. We have produced so many vice presidents. We have produced so many ministers, senior civil servants, some of the best medical doctors, lawyers, judges, you name it. For me, it was a great honor given to me by God and man to be the first to come from this institution and to be the president of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Nothing comes at par with the power of education. And when I say so, I speak not only to you as students, but to the parents. Don't just throw your children to school. Be with them. Be part of that school. Support the teachers, and that is why we are here. The teachers are the greatest. I'm standing here speaking grammar. When I came to both school, I didn't know much. I was coming from a village, so I didn't speak like this. If I can't stand before you and speak flawlessly, it is because Bosco started the transformation. Today, I can go to the United Nations and stand there and speak with confidence, with or without paper. That is because of this, my alma mater. So truly speaking, for you, the young men here, we want to inspire you. The best you can aspire to is education, quality education. Today, you have the president as one of yours. No spine. We're not a spine at both school. Work hard. Burn the midnight candle. TDB. You have all of these. Up school, not so? From 7:30 to 10 o'clock, you study, not so? And you can stay even further. The best thing you can do for yourselves, the best thing you can do for your parents, the best thing you can do for Bo or your districts where you come from, and the best thing you can do for this nation is to acquire quality education. Quality education. Be the best you can, and you have the opportunity now. Not for the cake for Gonatong. You know, after 7 years, after being here, from Form 1 to Form 6, I had the most prestigious prize, besides academic, that is based on your character, the best behaved boy. You know, when you go through, when you are on the spotlight, and then you behave flawlessly, you've never been caught in town, you've never caused any problem. After 7 years, in those formative years, when we have our pranks that we play around, it is good to be chosen among so many to say, this is the best behaved boy. Some people double, but that is a common offense here. In fact, all of them, and even some coaches, are very good doublers. That is a common offense. But today we saw the positive doubling here. People donated twice. In fact, they tripled. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to be here and to be somebody from this institution, to contribute towards building a place for our teachers. We cannot pay them enough. Most of my teachers are dead. I'm happy to see one. And I'm happy for the testimony given by Paabu. I saw him, I said, is he still alive? Because when I was in class 7, he was then the district officer in Pujeru. I attended with his son Mustafa, whom I saw just now. I can see some of my classmates. So, what we have started here is just the beginning of contributing. So, contributing or paying back to society. This great institution, OBA, is meant to sustain. Government cannot do it all. We have to make sure our teachers have a place to live so that they are comfortable and they can come to school. We should be able to attract some of the best teachers, science teachers. We have produced great people. And for both school boys, especially you here, manners make it man. Not to witty salia be the not to naked man. Now manners make it man. We should continue. As explained by the Minister of Technical and Higher Education, we have a whole program starting from Prince of Wales, both school, Bonobo, KSS, and Boys Secondary School, and Mete Magai. You know what? It's good to be nice. I'm doing boys school for the former president. I'm going to refurbish that place for the former president. Mr. Fo, your boss, he forgot to do that. I am going to create a brand new boys' school in Magoroka because we value education. That is the best I can give to everybody in this nation. I cannot go on distributing money as they used to do. That I make them say the ground dry. But I go tell when I say the ground not go dry in future. Sierra Leone will be a different place. Together, we are making that possible. Together, we are working to make Sierra Leone a different place. Today, we don't have guys here. But madam, pay attention here. That's 919A. No, na B before B. Namina A. Because you have to eat that condom for at least 1 week. No provision is provided for you. Because you cannot do the vote tea. But if you really want to acquire that number, as we acquire it, we have to pull your nose.
Exhausting.
Now the most fearful greener when I go get. If they look greener, they're afraid for pulling nose, not so. But what I want to say is, she has a national program called Hands Off Our Girls. Are your hands off our girls? Those two boys. Are your hands off our girls? Let me hear you. So you've never been to UCC? No TRS? Never. I believe, but I don't trust that. Let's nurture our God child. Let's give them support. If we want to develop this nation, we can only do so with more than 50% of the population. We cannot push them to the corner. We cannot keep them backwards. We have to empower them to be on our sides. And then we can pay true service to this nation. We can support this nation. The women constitute more than 50% of our population. They have the same brain power, if not more, in a lot of instances. But for a very long time, we made the mistake of saying that they should not be at par with us. Those days are gone. Let's help them, let's support them, nurture the girl child. It should be a national program. Don't leave your girl child to go out at age 12, 13, 14 at night. She has no business being out. Do you ask them for homework? We have to support the women folk of this country. The best way to do that is to allow them to acquire the requisite education. And when we talk about requisite education, for those of you who come and pick those very easy subjects, disciplines that do not matter in the 21st century and are going to be completely obsolete in the fourth industrial revolution that is looming, you are making the greatest mistakes. My teachers, my principal, we must prepare this generation of children with purposeful education. We must allow them to do those disciplines that are relevant in the fourth industrial revolution. Fit for purpose education. Don't just take subjects, Mr. Principal. We know what is relevant ahead. Don't make the mistake. Don't go for easy courses. You have very good brains. You only need to apply yourself. Do the difficult job now and life will be easier for you. Do the difficult job now and life will be easier for you. The clubs are not the places for you. You don't enjoy anything now. You are only wasting your time when you leave the campus. I can still see my class over there, 101, where I started. In these same classrooms, you can be the best you can be. The sky will be your limit. And you are fortunate you have a government that respects education. Whatever the difficulties, These are teaching problems that we will deal with. But we are serious about education, and we are not just talking about any type of education, but fit for purpose education. One that matters now in the 21st century, especially going into the fourth industrial revolution. Remember, the first, second, and third industrial revolutions in the world have taken place without the participation of Africa. And that's why we had been at the receiving end all the time. We have suffered. I don't want Sierra Leone to suffer anymore. That is why I deliberately chose education. I chose education, and I want you to buy into that. I need every parent, I need every child. Education, education, education. Those of you who think you can get rich by overnight, it's not possible. But I tell you, when you have quality education, you can live here and go to Australia, United States, anywhere in the world, and that education, the universal key, will open doors for you. You will not only survive, but you will thrive anywhere else in the world. With the skills and knowledge. So I'm happy to be part of this project, to provide a comfortable place for our teachers, the greatest assets to any educational system. You don't only provide a place for them. We should not just pay them. We should let them know that they are the most important after our parents. I was here for 7 years. I will only go for holidays, for a few days, to see my parents. The teachers took care of us. Some of them, we thought they were wicked, but now we know they are the best people. Today, I am who I am because I had a good set of teachers. I did woodwork here. I did even Latin. I learned French. The other subjects are all commonplace. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have generously donated to this project of building quarters for our teachers. They deserve more than this, and I want you to give them a big hand. All the teachers. Are the teachers here? Are the teachers here? Stand up, please. This is also a day to celebrate you. And Mr. Principal from KSS, you are a teacher too. You need to be celebrated. I am standing up because I taught for three months anyway. Thank you very much. Teachers, okay. Give them a big hand, please. A very big hand. Thank you very much, teachers. Now that you are here, I am very happy to see all of you. I'm very happy to see all of you here. And what we are doing is a celebration of the great work. I stand here as a testimony of the many things that you do. I'm a product of your profession. And we want to say a big thank you to all of you. And we want to start by making sure that you are comfortable in the places that you reside, so that you can come to school happy and be able to teach our children the best you can teach them. And please, both schools should come up again. And that is an enterprise. It's a function between you and the kids. We can do it. We want both schools to come back. We used to produce some of the best results. We have started, I know. And that continuation should not be slow. Make hay while the sun shines. So I want to say thank you, and I want you all to give them another round of applause, please. Thank you. You can be seated. Thank you. And to the kids, I donate 50 million on your behalf. 50 million on behalf of the present pupils. On the whole, I think they have contributed more than any group of people for this project.
We had 90 million.
They are going to be working at the site, not so. Not so.
The bad ones.
Okay. And to complete the project, we have just announced 1.5 billion loans, which is roughly about $150,000, I think. We have our architects here. I don't know if the structural and every other, how much this project is going to cost us. But whatever happens, that building for the teachers is going to be built, pauper. Whatever is remaining to complete that building is going to be contributed by me and many others that I will bring on board to make sure that we have the structure as represented on that paper or presented by the architect. On behalf of the teachers, I want to say big thank you to our group of architects or the firm. Was it Madam Mabinti Yila? Yes, and all the others who have made generous contributions. And to all of you, this is a great project, a noble one. And I want to, on behalf of the teachers that we are just here, say thank you for coming. We have a lot of these sort of projects. The reconstruction, I will call it, is going to start this year. For all the dorms, all the offices, the library, the classrooms, and everything. It is going to be comprehensive, and we will have a new boys' school after over 100 years. To the benefit of those that are attending now. So we invite any other person who did not have the opportunity to contribute today to, who is the secretary for this? There are people who might be interested, who are watching on Facebook, who might want to make contributions. Who should they contact? The principal. Okay, the principal will be a good contact person. So, as I leave or as I conclude, I say a big thank you to all of you. A big thank you to the teachers, the principal in particular. To the students, I say to you, manners make it man. And your whole future depends on what you are doing today. Be the best you can. The world is tough, I will tell you that. But with good education, you will always find that little corner to earn a living for yourself and your family. Education, I say, every day is good for personal development and for national development. You have a big project on your hand, and I wish you the best. We'll be here in a couple of months. Thank you very much.
Can we all stand up and give a rousing applause to the head of state? Bring it on Julius Manager for that inspiring talk. It has provided a recipe for progress. It has inspired the students as well as those of us who are old boys. Even those who lack the ability to give would want to give after all of this. I want to thank everybody that has made this thing possible by their various donations, some duplicating donations positively. And after this, We will be moving down to the site itself for us to perform the traditional aspect of it, turning of the soil, pouring of the libation. But before we do so, protocol demands that we sing the national anthem and the both school song. With your permission, I will respectfully ask that we start with the both school song. After 1, 2, 3. Who belong Now we go on for the national anthem. After 1, 2, 3. Respectfully ask that we go in an orderly manner. At this point, it is my pleasure to invite one of the capable teachers of this school in the past, Honorable Eric Kumo, to give it vote of thanks. All right. I will appeal that you go in an orderly manner, please.
Going by all standing protocols, I want on behalf of the group and particularly say thanks to all parents and invitees who found time to be here. For those who have donated, be very sure those donations will be spent wisely. Thank you, thank you. We will now ask some of you to join us as we go down to the building site where the president and wife will turn the soil. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
But this one, president,
don't want the dead to be dropped.
Let's have one meeting, please. esteemed Oba colleagues and well-wishers, we are now at the traditional ceremony here, where we have pouring of the libation. More so when the school was opened by some persons and others. So at this point, I will now ask the host government Prince Fatima to call last as required by tradition.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No go before we big.
For this purpose,
Yes, sir. No go before we, please.
Calm down.
And I have joined it to her. I am still part of the
What to know?
where we are failed. Yes, we do. I'm only got my own. Teacher, you have a moped, you know, Matava. Till the fool, only got let them be men of their corner at the end of the day, but they should be men of the universe. That's why we're giving the teacher a very nice appreciation. Teachers of Serenity.
Don't be greedy to the death. Say to it, boy.
Now, to read home at this way, very pre-informed.
Yes.